What I have shown you so far, as I said earlier, is only possible if your PC, if your computer supports IPv6. Right now I'm going to show you what you can do if your computer does not support IPv6, how you can connect and manage the nodes on the virtual wall with IPv4. First of all, I'm going to show you that I have deactivated IPv6 in my computer. Now if I try to ping on an IPv6 address, I get a message that network is unreachable. So what you can do now, the only way to connect to your nodes, or generally to a virtual wall, if your computer does not support IPv6, is only by connecting with the private network of iMinds using a VPN. To be able to do this, you need to contact the iMinds and ask from the virtual wall administrators to create you a VPN account. Pay attention to this. The VPN account is different than the account you already have to log in the virtual wall website. These are two different accounts. If you don't have IPv6, you need them both in order to be able to connect to the servers and manage your nodes. So once you get a VPN account, you will also receive from the iMinds, this here, you will also receive from iMinds an email with an OVPN file that actually is a config file that can create a tunnel from your PC to their private network. So assuming that you already have this file and you already have an account to connect to the iMinds VPN, what you do here is that you use OpenVPN to set up the tunnel and create to their private network. So what I'm going to do here is I'm actually going to execute this command, and as you can see here, I am the virtual wall asks for my credentials. Again, I am saying that this username and password are different from the ones I use, from the credentials I use to log into the website of the virtual wall. So, as you can see here, I am connected to the private network of the virtual wall. I have set up, if you can see here, let's see. There is a new interface in my computer here, the TAN0, which is actually a tunnel from my computer, from my PC, to the virtual network of to the VPN of the virtual wall. Okay, so now that we have set up this VPN, we can go ahead and connect to the nodes of our experiment. So remember now that we cannot use any of these IPv6 names. This is let me show you again. This is the client information, and as you can see here, there is an IPv6 address which is public, and we can use it to connect from our computer. But if we don't support IPv6, then we can use this IPv4 address and connect to the client node only if we are already inside the VPN of iMinds. So again, I'm going to do the same thing that I did earlier. I'm going to perform an SSH using the credentials and the username for the website, and I will perform an SSH to this IPv4 address. So if I click enter here, now as I said, to connect to this node you need to enter the password that you use for iMinds website. So as you can see now, I was able to log in to the client node using a private IPv4 address, and now from now on I can perform any actions I want on this node. As you can see here, I used this IPv4 address to connect. What I want to show you here is that, let me see here, is that, okay, let's try now to connect to the server. What I'm gonna do is that I am going to try and SSH on this qualified name the same way I did earlier. So what I want to show you here is that this qualified name is resolvable, but only to an IPv6 address. Even if you are connected to the virtual network, to the VPN of iMinds, and you try to connect to this host will not be resolvable if you don't use IPv6. This name is only resolvable to an IPv6 address again. So the only way to connect here to the server is to use the this is the server, no, this is the client, and this is the client too. Let's go back. Server. So the only way to connect to the server is to use the IPv4 address that I can see here on the details. So I am going to use this command and enter here the private IPv4 from the server node. So as you can see here, now I am connected to the server, and I was only able to do this by using the private IPv4 address.